the orange.
What is that thing over there?
I'm sorry?
The wheel.
Oh, that's when you get your like braces or attachments if you're doing Invisalign on, and then you get to spin that prize wheel.
Would that be
Some of these slides here. So the first set of slides shows crowding. You have space, but every aligner has a job to do, so we'll sequence through these, okay, until they're well aligned. Now, in order to gain movement, we need attachments. An attachment is clear glue. Doctor will strategically place the attachments where we need extra control, okay? So they're different shapes and sizes based on the type of movement. So we're not only moving the crown of your tooth, but the root as well. So we need full control, and the attachments really help us to get that control that we need. They're always on the side teeth, but sometimes they're even gonna be in the front. So you see my model has them in the front, the little bumps.
Oh yeah.
The tray engages over the attachment, and that's why it looks like little bumps are on the tray, little bubbles.
Yeah.
Looks like a bubble. So wherever there's an attachment, there's a bubble, okay? This is just showing how they look. So this is someone who needed them on the side because we were trying to get the bite together, okay? She has them in the front, 3 that are noticeable. So these are going to change the angle or the torque or tip of the teeth. So it's visible. That's why I like to show this, because people want Invisalign. We want it not to be noticeable. But
Yeah.
there are times when we just can't prevent it because we need additional control.
Oh yeah, we should be fine. It's not like
It's not like
braces.
this.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the right attitude. It's like, okay, it's not braces, so we're
I've been
good.
wearing this for 4 months, so I should be okay.
Yeah, okay. Now, polishing interproximal reduction. This is a technique that's done with braces and Invisalign. If we need to manage a tooth mass discrepancy, such, you do have a tooth mass discrepancy. I don't know if this is in your treatment plan, but I'm just giving you an example. Some patients have a lot of crowding, but we don't want to pull teeth. Maybe we just need a little bit of creating space. So this shows light polishing that Dr. may elect to do to gain the space. So if it is going to be, maybe we need a millimeter, doctor will do like 2/10 of a millimeter in different locations to gain that full millimeter that we need. So this is very common for that, for managing a tooth mass and aesthetics. Sometimes it's just to get the perfect fit and appearance of a tooth, okay? And then case refinement is the second or third set of aligners. So when the aligners come back in, it'll tell us how many we have in the set. So this person had 23 in their set, okay? Now, maybe we get 23 is more of a case refinement number. Like when we first get your first set of aligners in, it's usually between 40 and 50. I mean, it seems like a lot, right? But we may not use all of them. We may stop you halfway and say, okay, I want to make some changes. So the case refinement allows us to make change. So we can take another scan, change the prescription, and order additional aligners. So we usually do that 2 or 3 times, very common, okay? And there's no additional fee, so if we need them, we want to get them, right? No compromises. We want to try and get things as perfect as we can. Okay, and those are the main features that I always like to review with patients before the doctor comes in. The doctor will actually go through your photos and the x-ray that we took and give us a good idea of what do we need to do. So in orthodontics, we're not only making the teeth look good. A lot of people, they choose to get braces or Invisalign because of the aesthetic factor. Like, we want a beautiful smile. The most important thing is your bite, how your teeth fit together, okay, the fit and function. So when doctor comes in and we're looking at your photos, we're gonna be looking at that overall picture. We gotta make the teeth fit together. How do we make the teeth fit together? How do we get the space closed? How do we relieve crowding? So doctor will take us through those steps because it's different for everybody, okay? So we're going to be talking more about building the bite and getting the perfect bite for you, okay? Let's see, I don't see your photos in there yet. Let me see if she's almost done.
So usually when you start it, it's like how regular you gotta go to the office and check?
Depends. Usually when we do the computer imaging, it takes a month to get the aligners back because the first week is all programming and then it goes into fabrication and shipment. So the following month you come in, we issue the first 3 aligners. We routinely won't put the attachments on until after the third aligner, but you having had practice with aligners, doctor may opt to put your attachments on your first aligner because you're already familiar, you know?
Yeah.
But a brand new patient, we would issue the first 3 so that you can get your routine down, and then the attachments and any other auxiliaries might be added after the third aligner. And then we'll send the patient home with 10 or 12. So you're coming in every 10 to 12 weeks after that, like
Okay.
once you're up and running. You know what I mean?
Usually the bites affect a lot on how we
Chew?
like choose, right? It's just because actually one side of my teeth actually like have space, or
Is it part?
yeah, it's like a gap between the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
So I always bite in one side.
Yeah. You
And
need to get we need to get the plane even, you know?
So it's like, is that like work? They have solution for that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
We can
cool.
fix you. You're not broken.
Okay. Because I went to the place, I don't think they have that, and a waste of money.
Yeah, we definitely need to. We gotta see how we're gonna close your space. You know,
Yeah.
Whenever you close space, teeth come equally back, and your bite. You know, we can't throw you into crossbite. So I'm curious to see what the recommendation is. We need to balance things out? So do we take out teeth on the bottom? Do we polish? I don't know. So that's what I'm curious. When doctor comes in, doctor's gonna kind of give us those solutions. While doctor's going through the information with you, I'm gonna be sitting over there taking notes. So we're gonna figure this out together. Okay?
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. So we'll put together a plan.
I actually went to the dentist in Tustin and for cleaning, and she suggests me to do a crown. And then it's like the whole messy stuff, and then Dr. Murray was just basically suggest me to come here.
So we have your photo. So she wanted to do a crown to make
Because
these larger.
right here, because I have it's like a break.
Mm-hmm. The space in here.
Or the space. Do you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, the filling. Like she wanted to put a crown on this.
Yeah, but he said that I don't need it. My teeth was worse than before.
Your teeth look really pretty.
Oh yeah, after adjustment, but before it was even worse than this.
Yeah. You're getting there. You're getting there.
And usually how much does it cost for Invisalign? Around
really, it depends on the plan itself, the length of treatment time. I'll be able to answer that more once I know what your plan is.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to that. I was gonna mention. Oh, I lost my train of thought. There was something I was gonna ask you. Okay.
I should put my hair down. Look crazy.
Oh, you look comfortable. That's me. I'm like, nowadays, I'm like, the heat. Oh, I have to have it up. I can't even stand it. Okay, I have everything ready for Dr. Oh, I was going to tell you, we have 2 Dr. Humphreys. It's a husband and wife, Dr. Sage and Dr. Aline. So you're going to be meeting with Dr. Aline today. She's wonderful. But Dr. Sage just recently had surgery, so he's not working right now. So we'll get Dr. Aline in here, and we'll figure it out, okay? So let me go grab her. You're welcome. I'll be right back.
So they basically do that will after the patients actually make a decision for a plan and treatment to win some prizes. That seems cool.
Okay, so generally speaking, whenever we look at the overall alignment of teeth, we're looking for evidence of crowding, spacing, rotated teeth, extra teeth, missing teeth. Most people err on the side of crowding. All that means is the size of the teeth is too big for the space, so they crowd together to fit. Okay, you actually have spacing. Okay, spacing could be for a variety of reasons. One, the teeth might be too small, but in your case, it's actually because you're missing a tooth. That's why you have all the space. Okay, so when you close space, everything goes in. Okay, and this is really important when we get to your bite in a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look at your X right here. So this is your X-ray from today. So looking at this, all your roots are very nice and long and healthy. Your bone level is pretty even. Now, do you see how down here you have the 2 molars? 2 molars. Okay, up here you just have 1 molar. This is a wisdom tooth.
Oh, I do have wisdom teeth.
You have one wisdom tooth here. Now, you're missing the first molar here. This is actually your second molar. So you're missing the first molar here. Okay, and that's why everything's kind of drifted forward and everything on the front has drifted back. Okay, so this is your upper arch. So clearly you have a lot of space there. So do you see how the teeth are tipping that way and this is tipping that way? You're missing the one that was supposed to be here. That's why they're kind of going in like that. Same thing here. This tips that way and this that way. So you're missing the tooth there. Okay, and your goal is to close all this space, right? Is my guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, down here, your arch looks pretty good. You have all of your teeth present and accounted for. They look really good. All right, now let's talk about your bite because the bite dictates everything. Okay, so your smile is really pretty. You see a lot of teeth when you smile. Your profile's good. Now, when we look at a bite, we look at it in 3 planes of space from front to back, vertically, and side to side. So ideally, front to back, you want to see that molar tip fall into the groove there. Going forward, see how everything fits together? It should fit together like this, like pieces of a puzzle with the upper teeth in front of the lower teeth by 2.5 milliliters. This is some with an overbite. This is some with an underbite. Side to side, we should see all the upper teeth sit on the outside of the lower teeth. Not this, where the upper teeth are on the inside. That's called a cross bite. So let's look at your bite here, okay? Over here, this is a second molar, so it actually belongs there, and you should have a tooth here, and everything here should come forward, okay? But we want to close the space, right? So when we close the space, remember I showed you that video when you close space, everything goes in?
Yeah.
So if we close space, all of these are going to want to go in, and they're going to sit behind your bottom teeth, which is not pretty.
Not?
Okay, because that's an underbite.
Yeah.
So we want all of these to come forward. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what we're going to need to do is have you wear rubber bands very well. Were you wearing rubber bands with your Smile Direct? No. So for us to move this forward, we need you to wear rubber bands. I'll show you what rubber bands do in a little bit. Over here, same thing. Okay, that tooth here, these should be forward, and there should be a tooth here. Now, because everything's kind of come one forward, this tip needs to fall into the groove. So all of these teeth need to move this way, and all of these need to move this way to close this space. Okay. Now, side to side, all your upper teeth should sit on the outside. Now, over here, the upper teeth on the upper, they sit on the inside of the bottom. Do you see that? So during treatment, you will probably need you to wear rubber bands to push them out. Okay.
Or maybe because lately I did not wear because I stopped wearing eyeliner. For sometimes I skip 1 or 2 nights. Cannot move at nights, I guess.
All right, now vertically, the upper teeth should cover lower teeth by 20%. So you have that now, so I'm not worried about this. This does need to come down a little bit more. Okay, now let me show you what rubber bands do. So this person has the exact opposite problem. They have an overbite and they wear rubber bands like this to move the upper teeth back and the bottom teeth forward. In your case, you're gonna wear them opposite way to move the upper teeth forward and the bottom teeth back. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, up here, do you see how these are very rotated? This here and this here. So we will probably need to put braces on a section back here to straighten these out for you. Otherwise, your treatment is going to take years.
I see.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we'll put the braces on, straighten this out, and then how you wear the rubber band from up here down to here to slide these forward and these back. On both sides.
Do you think it was like that long time ago, or maybe because the treatment lately? Because I don't know how it looked before that.
Without photos, it's impossible for me to tell.
Okay.
The fact that you're missing the tooth here, most likely it was like that before.
Okay.
Because you have signs of someone that's missing the tooth for a while because these are shifted this way and that's that way. So I think that's probably was like that, but without photos, I cannot tell.
Yeah.
Okay. Now your treatment time. If you wanted to switch with them to Invisalign and do everything that we want to do, to fix this, you're probably looking at 2.5 years.
That long?
Yeah. We have a lot of space to close, and we have to slide all of these teeth forward. That takes a long time.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I just want to be upfront with you so you know what you're getting into because it is a long treatment time.
But I want to improve my smile, so that's why I did a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it should be fine, but it's like...
I mean, the other option, okay, that would probably be faster, is if we open up this space and open up the space, then these come forward where they should, this goes back where it should, and you keep a space here for an implant. On both sides.
Which one should be faster? That one, the second one?
Yes.
So implants, how much does it cost for that?
I don't know. That's something the dentist can let you know. So whoever your dentist is, you can ask them. So at least you have all of your information before you make a decision. That will be faster for you. Absolutely.
But it's like, do they look natural though?
They do. If you go to someone good, yes.
Because it's like, I've been wearing it, I'm okay, but it's like 2.5 years I already. But it's actually easy to take it out, right?
What?
Like the Invisalign?
Yeah, but you don't want to because they're not going to move. Especially your case, it is so hard that if you don't comply, you're not going to get anywhere. 2.5 years is going to turn into 4 real quick.
Okay, but it's like how long you have to wear each day.
22 hours.
The same thing with the other one. Yeah, I mean, I do that too for just only 4 months.
So it will be less time if you open up the space.
Okay.
So something to think about.
Okay.
Okay, if you don't have a dentist, we can certainly refer you just so you can have an idea of roughly how much an implant would cost, and then you can make a decision.
Yeah, that's why I want to see the price and everything, so to just do comparisons from that.
Yeah.
Because 2 years is long, but if it's actually improved and I see the results, I would be consider that.
Okay.
So like 18 to 24 with implants.
Mhm.
And 24 then.
Okay. Okay, so then Laura can go over the details with you. You can go from there.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Perfect. All right. So we have 2 treatment plans. I want to kind of give you a summary. So let me run to the front really quick because I want to summarize this and print it out for you. Okay?
No worries.
I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the sequence is through doctor's recommendation, and I put on here the 2 options that we were referring to. So upper and lower Invisalign. We talked about attachments being needed with Invisalign to control movement, leveling and aligning everything. We want to rotate those second molars, get them in the right position. Close the first option is closing the upper space by bringing the back teeth forward. This treatment plan ranges between 24 and 30 months treatment time because it takes a long time to move each tooth forward. And then the second option is opening space, like creating additional space and actually having the dentist place implants in between and fill the spaces, and that's more like 18 to 24 months. Okay, but in the process, we're getting everything to fit properly. You know, your bite is coming together, and then they just need to add that implant. Rubber bands, both treatment options require elastic wear. Okay, so the rubber bands you can hook onto the Invisalign. My model is set up for what we call class 2, which is the opposite direction, somebody that has an overbite. But a hook would go on the back tooth. The tray engages over, so you put your aligners on first, and then you would hook your rubber band from the back hook to a notch that's in the tray.
So I do that myself.
You'll be doing it yourself. We'll teach you how to do that. And it's like yours would be in the opposite direction. This is the direction we'd wear if we had an overbite. You have an underbite, so it'd be more like this, the opposite pole. Okay. So you put your aligners on first, and then you hook your rubber bands up. Okay, and that is going to help drive these forward. So you're constantly pulling and bringing these teeth forward. Okay. Even when we're creating space, you'll have a little bit of that too, because we want to get a better position. The tip of this tooth should fit right in here. So we need a little bit of a couple millimeters movement for option 2 and a lot of movement for option 1. But you'll still have rubber bands. Either option calls for rubber bands, okay? Case refinement is the second or third set of aligners. Retainers when you're done. So once we've accomplished everything and everything looks amazing and you're happy, we have to maintain that with retainers. We like to use fixed retainers on the bottom arch. So it's a little wire that glues behind the teeth. Okay, so it's placed, nobody can see it, you're able to brush and floss around it, and then you wear Invisalign type retainers at night to maintain. So usually 8 to 10 hours of wear initially, and then you'll be able to know, like, I've been out of my Invisalign for 3 years now, and I wear mine, I get 8 hours of wear, but I'll skip Friday and Saturday. So I'm wearing it 5 days a week for 8 hours, you know. Sleeping, best time, okay? And that's a forever maintenance. So no matter what age we are and in life, teeth move regardless. It's a forever thing. So just make it a habit. Put your retainers on before bed. The first year that you have your retainers, we're going to monitor you, meaning the first 12 months, we're going to watch you. You don't have to come in every month, but we'll bring you in. Usually we'll do like a 3-month. You come in, we check, make sure you're doing well. If everything's going well, then we'll do like a 6-month. So it's basically just kind of keeping an eye on things the first year. And then and by that point, we're like, oh, she's got this. You're good. So you would only need us if you needed a replacement retainer or something.
I have a concern because it's like I'm planning to move back to LA. So is that the only location you guys have here?
The closest one to LA is our Tisha Cerrito's office, which is off of the 91 and 605. And it's probably a half hour.
Okay. Because it's like I'm not sure when I move there back for school, if I go back down here. How does that work?
At least if you're using Invisalign, you're coming in every 3 months. So
Okay.
it's either office, because we go back and forth, same staff. So you'll just depends on the day that you come in.
Okay. I
Right.
thought you guys only have one location, so it would be tough. But 2 would be fine.
Okay, yeah, a lot of our patients that are in the LA area, they'll go to the Cerritos Artesia office, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go over the payment side of things. I've put it, so you have 2 options, and I'm hoping this is clear. Let me move this out of the way. So I can email this to you, but comprehensive treatment, Invisalign option 1 is the closing all the space. This is the lengthier one, so it's a 30 months. Treatment fee runs $64.70, okay? And then we have a referral discount of $500. That comes off the total fee, so it would be $59.70. This fee here, we have in-house financing, so you are going to be hanging out with us for a while, so we offer interest-free, so you can take this and break it down over the course of treatment.
Is that with the care credit?
No, we offer in-house financing.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
use care credit, yeah. So the minimum down payment is $500, but you can customize this, okay? So I can actually email this to you, and you'll be able to click on the link and play with this at home, okay? Everything kind of changes down here. So when you move this blue tab, you see how the down payment changes. So you can select how much you want to put down, okay? Once you set your down payment, the remaining balance you can divide over the course of treatment. Option 1 is a 30-month treatment plan, so you're able to make payments up to 30 months, okay? So these are the monthlies. So you can go all the way to 30 and it's interest free, but if you go beyond 30, it's going to turn red showing interest at that point. So you don't want to go red. If you keep it blue, you're interest free, okay? And then the difference between option 1 and option 2. Option 2, you have 24 months. It is creating ideal space. That treatment fee is $59.70, $500 off, so it would be $54. So it's a $500 difference between the 2 options. Okay.
But then you have to blast the implant that the other
This
place.
one, yes, you have to check with your dentist to see, now you won't be doing the implants until you're completely done with your ortho treatment, okay? Once you're done with the orthodontic treatment, then we send you to the dentist, and the dentist will, start the implant process.
That's long.
It's a long.
Yeah.
Either way, it's long.
No, it's like
Yeah.
either way, but this should be easier because it's like implant. You don't know how much it costs, and it can be the same amount and have to on top of that. It's like
Exactly.
almost $10K for it. Oh.
I think implants can be kind of, from rumor has it, I don't know, I haven't had one myself, but yeah, I hear they can be.
Because the crown itself only costs over $1,000.
I think so, and then the implant procedure is probably like a couple thousand, because that's a surgical procedure. So you'd probably be looking, honestly, if like 2 to 3, yeah, it would be another 6,000 probably.
No,
Oh my gosh.
I don't need it.
Yeah. So anyways, so I'm going to email this link to you. You can customize this, play with it, decide how you want to do things. Once you set your, say you're going to go with option 1, make sure you're highlighted on option 1. Set this how you want it, and you can actually send it back to me by pushing the start smiling. That just emails it back to me so I know what your selection is. Okay?
Sure.
Alrighty, so I'm going to email that. And then once you're ready to get the ball rolling, we bring you in, we do one more x-ray. It's a profile x-ray. This helps us to see the angle of the teeth. So this is called a cephalometric. So we'll do a cephalometric x-ray, we'll do the computer imaging, and doctor will start the prescription. And like I said, it does take a month to get in. And then I want to try, I'm going to put a note in your chart because I think you can handle like getting the attachments and everything the first tray because you've already been through this before. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? Because your first visit back to get your aligners, we would place the attachments and start your rubber bands right off the bat. Is that good?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do? That's what I would want. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I just want to also see how the results look like. Is that you can see that at the beginning before too, or
No, because it really depends. Like you can't.
but you can adjust along the way, right?
Oh, you'll be able to see the clean check. We call it a clean check. It's your computer image. You can watch the progress along the way, but how to determine it ahead of time is almost impossible because we really don't know how your biology, how your body's going to respond, right?
I see.
Okay, so let me send this to you so you'll have the email, and then save that. And I'm going to give you my contact info. So you see Dr. Greenway for your dental, your cleanings and...
No, I just there for a group bonds and then just
Okay.
I'll just check my teeth because it's like there's
You were worried about that too.
yeah, but I don't think it's matter anymore
Okay. Yeah.
because as long as it's not ruining the whole tooth.
Did they? You've never had a filling in that tooth, right?
No, I don't know when it happened though.
Oh, you know what? It almost looks like you have like a thin line or a thin